Hi everyone, so it's day 3 and we are just about approaching our 50 miles in total, which is 9 miles off halfway. So we're going to get our halfway point today. I forgot to do a video last night and this morning, but we camped at a place called, I think I might have mentioned it, but Fernworthy Reservoir. By the way, look at the beauty in that. This is the sort of thing that we're walking through today. We're on the edge of Dartmoor and we're walking along to a place called Castle Drogo, which is a National Trust property. I've been there so many times, it's amazing. My wife used to work there. Some of my sisters worked there at one point as well. But it's absolutely stunning. But yeah, camp last night, oh my goodness. We actually met a guy that we saw the night before and camped with him there at the river spot, and he was just walking down and we were like, it's you. We were just like, you legend, he'd beaten us, like he had gone for it. And he was looking for a place to bunker down because it must have been getting on 6:30ish or something, and we were like, what are you looking for? And he's like, oh, just a place with a water source and some flat ground. Like, mate, Fernworthy Reservoir is right there, like you can see it. Well, the trees for it anyway, if you know what you're looking for. And car coming. He basically said that his map, the reservoir, he could see that there was something, but it was just off of his paper map, because this guy is navigating by paper map. So an absolute legend, and a shout out to him, because he is not using GPS like we are. I'm using OS maps. Oh my goodness, if you like to do these types of hikes but you don't want to get lost, use OS maps. It costs like £20 a year, and it is absolutely fantastic. I'll be coming up to my 3rd year with it, and I can plan my routes on it as well. And you can download offline as well, because where we're going, Exmoor is probably, well, to be honest, I haven't travelled much of this country, but there are probably places, but it has no signal. There are places where you're without signal for hours. It's so barren. So OS Maps and being able to download it. So if you can, it's on the App Store or the Google one, the Play Store, and it's just a subscription, £20 a year, done. So that's a tip for you. But it shows you where you are, and it's basically like having one of the big paper maps. You don't have to worry about folding it back up, because I'm never able to do that properly. I end up with like a crunched mess of just paper. And I'm not really that OCD either, so I end up breaking it. But yeah, so use that. Shows you where you are, so you literally cannot get lost. And it works in flight mode as well. So if you're conserving battery and turn your mobile data off, the GPS still works, because as on mine, flight mode doesn't turn off GPS. I assume it's a different radio wave or something. I don't know. But yeah, so this morning we woke up to I'll put a picture up, the most beautiful sunrise across the lake, and the reflections were gorgeous. The ducks were quacking, the birds were making noise. It was amazing. And we were supposed to set off at 7 o'clock, weren't we, Jamie? It's like we ended up setting off at 9. But there was a massive dew in the morning, so the outers of our tents were soaking wet. So we're going to make our halfway point today, about 12.5 miles, and we're going to have some lunch and set up our tent and just put them out to dry, because it did drip on the inners. But yeah, so it's an absolutely fantastic day today. If not, maybe a little warm. There's a car coming. If not, a little warm, but we can't complain for the warm weather in this time. Thanks. Cheers. Yeah, can't complain for good weather this time of year, middle of September. So yeah, anyway, that's it. Beautiful walk. We've seen some gorgeous places. We've just passed Gidley Park, making our way over to that place I said, Castle Drogo. Hi everyone, so this is just a quick review. Actually, we've just stopped off in a lovely little restaurant cafe in Chagford. We took a little diversion from the Two Moors Way, because this is basically the last place that we can stock up before we get to Exmoor, and we're a little bit light on food for dinner, so we just don't want to get too stuck. Anyway, so this cafe, I forgot the name of the cafe. So, the Folklore Cafe in Chagford is absolutely amazing. It's been such a welcome little stop here. We've been on a really long walk for the last 3 days, hence the really messy hair and everything, and looking like a little bit of a psycho, which isn't too much normal. But we stopped here and had scrambled egg with bacon. Simple little meal, right? The scrambled egg came out and it was beautiful. In fact, it is the best scrambled egg I have ever had. It was yellow, it was buttery, it was rich and lovely. So if you are ever in the Chagford area, I definitely recommend that you come here and give them a go. Friendly, they even let us charge our phones, which was really, really welcome after being on Dartmoor for 2 days. So yeah, definitely recommend it. Okay everyone, we've just passed 8 miles and it's absolutely stunning where we are. We're just down below Castle Drogo, the National Trust property, but what I wanted to do was just show you this part of the route. Look at this. I'm just not going to talk.
Workout pause.
Except for the workout. Thanks. What bad timing. She's my little friend. Now that is what I call truly stunning. In fact, Jamie reckoned it was on par. What did you say?
A bit of the Inca Trail looked just like that.
Yeah? And now we're just in Devon. And, you know, many people think of Devon as, you know, beautiful and a place to go. But this is not the sort of place you would see if you just drove in your car to a car park. You have to walk here. In fact, we've just spoken to some people down there and had a lovely, lovely chat with them. They're from here and we're talking about walks and stuff, and basically said to them they have got the best seat in England because their view is just that. There are no words to describe how breathtaking that is, and that is one of the reasons I do this, is just to see the different sites, because in 5 miles time there will be something just as beautiful but in a completely different way that just takes your breath away from another perspective, like rolling countryside, whereas that's a valley with some trees. But look at it, it's gorgeous. All right everyone, so I've just got a little bit of a tip regarding the Chagford part. So when you come off of Fernworthy down the roads, and if you get a chance to oh, I thought there was another car. If you get a chance to, definitely stop off. It is a detour, but you don't add any extra miles or anything. Stop off in Chagford because there's a store there. There's that little cafe I mentioned, and it is absolutely brilliant for stocking up on supplies. They've got like the pasta meals, the hot chocolate sachets, everything. It's a proper little spa store, and a really friendly little place. And then we've passed Castle Drogo, which was stunning, or the actual area. Jamie was just saying it didn't even look like this country, and it doesn't. It's breathtaking. But we've just gone through Drew Stainton, and there's a little post office like community shop. We've seen quite a few of them along the way so far, and they're great just to top up with like ice cold water and Coke. So yeah, just a bit of and I'm going to turn. Okay everyone, so we've passed 10 miles. We're just about to pass the A30, which is the main connection down from the top of England down to the south, and we are marking goodbye to Dartmoor. Dartmoor is a distant memory over there. I don't know if you can see it in the haze. That's it, yep. We turn left, go over the A30, and yeah, so that's Dartmoor done. We're now starting the stretch between, which is my favourite part, just because of the quintessential beauty of the countryside that we're about to see. So another update to come. Okay, so we just hit the A30 and it is the noisiest part of this route. The great thing about it is that this now marks us on the next section. So down there goes to Oakhampton, up there goes to Exeter. Here comes a lorry, and this guy is awesome. Yes! Yeah, man! Now that is what I call awesome. That is part of this experience. Guys, so this is take 2 because the first one I didn't press record. We've just made it off of the countryside into a little forest bit with a tiny little stream going through it, and Jamie had the idea of us dunking our feet in water. There's Jamie, there he is. Right. He's actually putting his hat in the water because when you put it back on, this is a trick of his, it just refreshes the brain, which is so hot. And also you get to dunk your feet in water like this. So I'm just putting the bits that don't have my little black blister patches on, the keto tape, and it feels amazing. Incredible. So if you ever get a chance,
really does.
If you do get like hot feet or it's just weather like this, take 5 minutes out, rest your socks, rest your feet, and just let them breathe. And in fact, that's something that many of the like professional hikers recommend. So I can definitely say they're onto something. Hey guys, so we're just walking along up this hill, and we've just stopped for some water in a little bush area, little forest area. And definitely recommend that you do that. It's really important to stay hydrated. But as we're walking along, we're suddenly starting to realise that there might be a problem with the ground here. A slight, almost sinking problem with the ground, because when I turn like this, look at that! There's a person being swallowed.
Workout
That absolutely is being eaten. No, don't eat Jamie. Goodness me, that wasn't there last time I came here. That is so cool. Somebody's come up with that. And just, I don't know, some artist, who knows, but well done. Whoever that is an awesome sculpture. One thing I love about these walks is these awesome buildings that you see. Completely
Workout resumed.
happens every time. Completely different to the types of buildings that we saw just on Dartmoor, and it's one of the things I love. I mean, look at that. Okay, it's disused, but wow, a piece of history. I think that would have been used like all the time by people before the days of mobiles and anything like that. Okay, everyone, just a quick update to show you where I keeled out last time. In this field here, just there. I jumped over the fence and I literally lay down there and slept for an hour and a half, just in the sun. I was absolutely exhausted, dehydrated, and my friends, in fact, Jamie and Zara were saying should take a nap maybe for a little bit, so I did, and it didn't help. If you've got heat strokes, stop.
That's right.
So, so we're at 17 miles now. Sun's starting to dip. Probably got another hour and a half of sunlight left, which is great. We'll make our destination, and we've just walked through the woods and come across this railway. Notice the colour of the tracks? Hasn't been used for a very long time, and it is really sad. Now that railway goes from Exeter all the way to Oakhampton and used to go over to Tavistock and all of that. But what's really sad about it is that it's all there, all working, looked after, and it's not used. So that's why I was stood in the middle with full confidence. Because normally it's not good to stand in the middle of a railway. I can't endorse that. But yeah, it's just a real shame. And you know, it would have been great for the people of Oakhampton. When I was growing up, I would have loved a service to Exeter because we always had to drive. And of course, before we could drive, to get the bus. So yeah, it's just a little update and just a little interesting fact.